Today's a big day. This truck been in the shop for 5 months, y'all. Needed a whole new engine. Had to do an overhaul on it, man. So I'm getting ready to go see this invoice. Wish me luck. I'm scared to see how much it's gonna cost. Let's go. Came to give you my money.
Awesome. Always
waiting on this
willing to
day.
take some money.
Thank you so much, first of all.
Yeah, of course. So this is for unit 101753. Came in with a coolant leak. We found that a couple of the liners were leaking down, through the block, causing a leak. So did a full overhaul on it. We went in and had the head sent off, had it checked, and found a couple of issues with the head. The machine shop rebuilt the head for you, and found everything else to be good. So we did a complete overhaul, reusing the cylinder head. So did not replace the head because there was no need. We were able to have it machined and taken care of.
Sweet.
We've also replaced the water pump, found the water pump to be leaking. So we did that for you as well. And it kind of gives a general breakdown of all parts replaced, extensive repair, with the exception of replacing the engine. This is going to be your second biggest major repair.
Yeah.
So
I was looking forward to it because it's like almost 900,000 miles, right?
Oh yeah. So I mean, that's great. So anytime you can get that close to 1 million miles,
absolutely,
you've done well. And just a reminder that preventive maintenance helps, extend the life before, the engine components are worn to the place where they have to be replaced.
And also helps to have a good mechanic like you guys.
That too. That's never, that never hurts. But preventive maintenance and just making sure that, when an issue gets to a place, you address it and take care of it before it gets too far gone.
You don't just put a Band-Aid on it.
There you go. Continuing to have run it this way could have caused more damages than just going in and having to overhaul the engine. It could have possibly been an out frame. So,
that's what I'm realizing. There's different levels to the overhaul.
It is.
Some overhauls are less or more expensive, depending on the, the damage, right?
Exactly. So yours was just initially just a wearing of the components. They are not meant to last forever. And
absolutely.
So, any owner operator, anyone getting into this game has to understand that, this is a part of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is a part
of it. Money management is so important because I don't know what the invoice is yet, but I've been anticipating this, especially once I hit like 700,000 miles. I started putting money away like in an escrow account, knowing that one day I'll be having to spend anywhere from 15 to 25,000 for this. And then when the day came, it was like, all right, cool, let's get it done. Like when I brought the truck in here and I asked you, hey, look, what it's gonna need.
Yeah, what we looking at?
And you said the O word. She said overhaul.
Yep.
And what I told you, I said, yeah, go ahead and run it. Like, let's get it done.
Yeah. The life expectancy of each engine, varies. So, for a Cummins, we look right at about 700,000 miles where, you're going to start to see that wear and tear.
Gotcha.
But when you're looking at a DD15, DD13, you're at anywhere between 400,000 and 500,000 miles. And that's, and that's stretching it. And for anybody in the box truck game, that's even less.
Even less, yeah.
That's even less.
So for me to have gotten to almost 900,000 miles.
You've done well.
Yeah.
You've done well, especially if you had not yourself gone into this engine and done any patching prior to doing, a complete overhaul. And again, when I say this wasn't complete. We didn't replace everything. No injectors.
No injectors.
We did not replace the head. We did not.
The injectors, that would have been another like 12,000, 13,000. If I replaced all, because when you replace the injectors, you got to replace all of them.
Exactly.
Is what you recommend, right?
Exactly. Yeah. No turbo. So we didn't. So those units didn't show any serious sign of where they're not leaking, not having any issues currently. So we did not recommend they be replaced at this time.
And that's a sign of a good mechanic. See, a lot of places, they'll just go in and just tell you, you need to do this, you need to do that to run your bill up. And that's why I've been rocking with them for almost, 6 years now, because of the integrity, because of the honesty, and doing good business. Because when you do good business, now I'm going to keep coming back to you. A lot of y'all be trying to hit home runs and you try to beat people over the head. But y'all don't understand, base hits count too. And as long as you continue to keep that integrity, I'm going to be a forever customer. I'm going to keep referring customers. Exactly. So I appreciate that.
We appreciate you. We appreciate all the love, all of the good energy portal, guys that you've sent our way. We try our best to make sure we take care of them. And we treat them as an extension of you.
All right, man. So here goes the moment of truth, right? I just got a new overhaul, and I could have went and bought a new truck and spent 80 to 100,000, but instead I took one of my other trucks that went out, and I'm paying for an overhaul. How much How much is my overhaul?
Bottom line total, $23,346.78.
$23,000, y'all. And again, I want y'all to understand something. When my truck hit 700,000 miles, I knew that this day was coming. So I was already prepared for this. You know what I'm saying? I was already prepared, and I'd rather spend 23,000 than go spend 80 to 100,000 for a new truck. 'Cause, I mean, it's almost like we're getting another new truck, almost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So let me touch on the going to get a new truck. I mean, when you say new, you mean no miles on it? You want to get you a gently used
Oh,
truck?
gently used. I would never buy a
Okay.
brand new, but like gently
So
used.
let me explain to you, gently used
Yeah,
does not avoid you having to do this at some point.
absolutely.
When it's used, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know how the maintenance before you buying that unit
Yeah.
was handled. So this is unavoidable. If you're going to do this and be in this profession, expect at some point reinvest in your investment.
Absolutely.
As it has invested in you. And this is unavoidable if you're going to, if longevity is what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
You just can't sub out, this one broke, so I'm gonna go buy another one. Because at some point you can be right back in the same position with the new unit you've purchased.
Absolutely.
So, let's not look at it that way. Just consider this as an investment. You've gotten, thousands and thousands of dollars out of the unit.
Better believe it.
So now we're gonna reinvest back into it.
And I love it because it's almost like a relationship with a person. I could go probably jump into a new relationship, or I could work on a current relationship that I'm in. I already know the history. Like I know I didn't change my injectors already, right? I know I got a new turbo in there. I know how dependable it is, but now I just reinvested it and it's gonna run even better now, man. So I'm excited, man. This is my first time doing an overhaul, and my driver's out there now. We about to crank that joint back up, and let me go ahead and pay this invoice, man. Go.
Are you ready?
Yeah, you said 23,000.
23,000.
All right, man. Hopefully this go through.
All right, everything went through. We're good to go.
Thank God. All right, let's get it, y'all.
All right. Thank you,
Perfect.
Alex.
Thank you so
We
much.
appreciate you.
There's nobody I would
Always
rather get that
grateful.
money to.
Thankful for your business. And again, anybody you send this way, we take care of them the same way we take care of
I
you.
appreciate it,
We
man.
definitely appreciate it.
When y'all come here, make sure y'all mention Good Energy. If you're a part of the portal, the entire family, all you gotta do is say Good Energy.
Yep.
And they're gonna give y'all the same love.
And that's all we need to hear.
I'm about to go get my truck back, man. Let's go, y'all. Yeah, man. I'm just excited, y'all. I'm super excited. I had this shop. I put the shop in the truck 5 months ago, and they finally completed my overhaul. I want to shout out this good brother Richard right here, because Richard is the one that actually put hands on my truck and brought it back to life. Right, this truck is at almost 900,000 miles, and when trucks start getting over 700,000 miles, you want to anticipate having to replace that engine, right? Having to do an overhaul, and there's definitely different levels to the overhaul, right? Some are more severe, some are less severe. Mine, they hit me for about $20,000, $23,000. But I want to let this good brother here just kind of real quickly tell y'all what it was that he had to do to my engine. It's a Cummins engine. What he had to do to actually bring this back to life. So now I got a new truck, man. Richard, I appreciate you so much, man.
All right, man, you're welcome.
Thank you, man. He's Jamaican, right? I'm Jamaican too, so we're gonna put the closed caption on the screen. So if you don't understand it, you can just read it, man. So my brother, what all did you do to my truck, man?
Okay, first of all, to take this down, all right? Then we have to remove all the liners, crank head.
Yeah.
Right? And then we have to shim it, okay? So in order to do that, we have to get it counterbore, where they cut the block.
Yep.
So we can put new shims and new liners.
Got it.
And then that's it. We get a new overall kit of liners, pistons.
Yep.
Yeah. So, in doing all that, you have to take basically everything off. The radiator out, because you need to take the cam out of this particular truck. You have to remove the radiator so you can get the cam come forward.
Got it.
Okay.
And what a lot of people don't know is that a lot of the work and a lot of the money that you're spending when you're doing an overhaul too is also the labor. Because for them to get to certain parts of that engine, they have to literally take off certain components like the radiator. And that's labor, you know what I'm saying? So just understand, like, not only are you paying for parts, depending on how severe your overhaul is how much money you're gonna spend, right? Okay, so what else did you do?
Yeah. So after we get the guy come in and counterboard, we have to strip it down. So then we start doing drop oil pan.
Drop the oil pan.
Right. Take out all the pistons, take out all the liners,
All the pistons, all the liners had to come out.
Have to come out. So we have to replace those. So then we get new kit. We got a new kit.
How much is that kit by itself? How much is that kit?
I'm not sure.
It's about 12,000. She told me. She told me 12,000. Yep.
Yes. So they're the one who can tell you exactly the price for that kit. So we have to put this all back together. We have to reseal and do all of that.
How long did it take you from when you first pulled the truck into the bay, right? When all the parts, because obviously what took the longest, y'all, was the parts actually getting here, right?
Yes.
So once all the parts, the kit got here, and we pulled it into the bay, how long did it take from when you first opened the hood to when you closed it?
All right. That took me roughly 40 hours.
40 hours, y'all.
Right.
40 hours.
40 hours. Right.
Yeah.
Because, you know, with all that, you have to drain all the fluids out and replace them with new ones.
It's a process, y'all.
Yeah, it's a long process.
It's a process. Right. So depending on what shop you go to, and that's why it's so important to make sure that you pick a good shop, right? Like getting a shop that, for one, that really knows what they're doing, because this ain't a job you could just play with. Like you really got to know what you're doing to go ahead and replace an entire overhaul, right? But also, it's also important to have a shop that has enough manpower, because you got to realize he was tied up for 40 hours, y'all. He tied up for 40 hours. So if they only got one mechanic, then you're going to be waiting for months and months and months. So they got so many mechanics here, they got so many bays, and I picked that intentionally to make sure that, you know, once it did get in the shop, it wasn't going to take forever, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Because this is that one, I just dropped that engine in that truck yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready to crank it up in a few hours.
Got it. You the man, man. You the man. Relationships is everything, y'all. What's up, man? It's your boy Alix, Get Energy, and I'm here to pick up my truck, right? Just got an overhaul. And my driver, he just pulled up. This has been my guy for years, man. He drove with me for a bunch of years. And, you know, it's just dope. I talk about relationships all the time and how important it is to do good business in trucking, take care of your people. Because, you know, I needed a favor. I called him last minute, and he still pulled up on me. He fly. He don't look like a regular driver. He's super fly. But
that's because he taught me how to take my money and flip it.
You feel me? But I just wanted to let people know, like, man, like, have I ever played with your money while you was driving with me?
Never. I mean, this is when it comes to him, no lie.
Hold on, we gonna do that. Hold on. I'm gonna ask you the question again.
Oh, it's all good.
Keep bothering us today, ain't it?
Yeah.
It's because we black. That's all it is. He saw two light-skinned people and he got mad.
All right, you ready?
All right.
All right, and go.
Anthony, you've been rocking with me for years, right?
Yes.
As a driver, like,
yes.
Have I ever played with your money before?
Never played with my money. And then the funny thing about it is, not only did he never play with my money, I don't have to cap on this. He was like, look, I give you an incentive. You drive safely for me, I'm gonna throw you some bonuses. Lo and behold, that's what he did. He didn't cap on it. He was like, hey man, if you need anything, I got you. And I told him, if you need anything from me, due to basically a nature that happened, we don't have to discuss it. I told him I'll be forever loyal. As soon as he called me up, even though I was in the midst of doing something at that time, I stopped everything to come here. Seriously. Stopped everything to come in and be like, hey man, what you need from me?
100. And I tell y'all, because I ain't got no CDL, right? So the fact that I don't have no CDL, like, I've received a lot of flack about that. But I want y'all to understand, I don't promote not getting a CDL. But Alix don't need a CDL because I got drivers like Anthony. If I need him to come move my truck, he gonna pull up. You see what I'm saying? So I got the relationships already in place. But if you ain't got that network yet, it might be smart for you to go ahead and get your CDL, right?
All day. All day.
Right?
Because,
but, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I mean,
I just wanted to say, like, I just feel like because I didn't have my CDL, it was that much important that I develop good relationship with drivers, because I need him. Like, he needs me, I need him, right? And for little situations like this where I need to move this truck from the shop over to my yard, he pulled up on me and he got me, y'all. So I just appreciate you, brother.
Man,
and,
I appreciate you too.
I appreciate you, man.
And let me say one more thing. It didn't matter if he would have just called me up, and I know he gonna try to hook me up, but I would tell him like I told Rob, I'll do anything for free with y'all. And even though I know y'all probably look out for me, the fact that y'all still gave me the opportunity and a chance, because y'all could have said, nah, we good over here. We'll find somebody else to do it, or anything like that. The fact that y'all put me first when I didn't really, like no cap, I was staying with my mother, and now my mother stays with me. There's a difference. everything that he taught me and instilled in me about being business, because all I thought was I was going to do the owner operator with the company, blah, blah, blah. But even with him teaching me, the fact that now my mother and my family stays with me, and even with other things going on, I don't have to worry about nothing. Yeah, sometimes get rough because I'm not making it like him yet. But for the simple fact that I am in a spot to where I can say I'm comfortable to a certain extent, just because he gave me that one chance and opportunity. It only take one time. You can be wrong 1,000 times. You only got to be right once.